Okay, guys, the recording is on. Like I said, once more, good evening and welcome to the third stage of this our CRM project. This is the third stage. I've given everybody enough time to tidy up all your planning, creating all the necessary requirements, product backlogs, and test cases and test scenario. And I hope all the materials, all the requirements are ready to be moved to Jira so that the developers will take off from there. So that is what we are here for tonight. And yeah, this is the execute stage. This is the first thing we need to do at this execute stage, moving all our items to Jira. And within the Jira, all the team lead or dedicated, because I've realized that the team, most of the group is not actually the team lead are doing the actual actual work here. Every team have dedicated people working on their requirement. So all the dedicated members within the team, they are going to be acting as Scrum Masters here, and some of them will be acting as product owner. So it's left for you to know who are the most serious people within your team to take over. So these are the people that are going to create the Jira account for their team and start adding others. So we've done this before. We've done workshop on this Jira before during our training. So we should be able to know how these are working. So let me proceed. I'll start sharing my screen. So this is the product backlog I'll be working with. So if this should be reflecting the way you are your own, because this is Dynamics 365. Like I said, that's what we're going to implement. That is what we've adopted at this point. So all the user stories here are user stories to implement a Dynamics 365 CRM for Gokabu. And all these user stories, this is what we're going to be moving to Jira. But at this point, let's go and create Jira account. So to create a Jira account, I will open my browser here and type Jira software. You see, as I'm doing J, because I've done this countless of times, so it's already saved in my browser. So I click on this, and this is Jira, and Jira is owned by a company called Atlassian. So let's go to Atlassian page or Atlassian website. You see here Atlassian.com, that is it here. That's where you're going to get the Jira. And when we're looking at this Jira, we see pricing here. These are pricing. We have free Jira account. So we have to use the free Jira account. It's free forever. So let's look at the pricing here. So you cannot say you can't afford it. Is number one in the industry. This product we are seeing is number one and is free forever. So for you to get this free account, you see it here. That is what we are going to be using. You see free forever for 10 users. So 10 users can use this tree forever. They made it in such a way that because in agile environment, a Scrum team, that is what the Scrum guide says, a Scrum team cannot be more than 10 people. So they made it in such a way that they were giving out this Jira for every Scrum team free. So if your company want to have so many Scrum team, you can have as many as you like. So if you want to get it for more people, more than 10 users, then you pay the standard account. That is $7. Here, if you want for premium account, that is $12 per user. So that's it. And if you want enterprise version, then you call them and you people will sort it out. At this moment, this is what we're looking for, the free account. That is what we are looking. So every team should be able to sign up and get this free account. You add up to 9 users and then you add me so that I can see what you are doing. So that's it here. And I already have an account, so I don't need to get an account. So I'll just sign in. But if you don't have an account before, you click here and get it free. From here, you get this free account. You can get it from here. You say get it now or get it free. They are the same. And for me that got account, there's no need of signing up for another one. I'll click on here to log in. And here you see you can use my Google because I already have an account using my Google account. I'll continue as Charles. And it will take me to my account. So here, and these are all the products we have here. Jira is just like let's say Microsoft Corporation. They have a lot of products, and some of their products, they have Trello as well. Some of us know Trello. They have Confluence, they have Jira Product Discovery, they have Jira Service Management, so many of them. So I'm looking for Jira software, and this is what I'm looking for. This is the particular one. I don't need Trello, I don't need Confluence. I need this particular one. So that is Jira. You can see here has opened up. So this is the last project. This is ERP implementation for pay-go. So that is the last project. So I need to create a new project now because this is another project I'm working on. So you see here, create a new project. I'll create a new project and it will take me here where I have to start creating a new project. Okay. Go for, you see here, this template say bundle, software development, project management. These are all the templates. I'm looking for software development because what we are doing is a software implementation, not bundle. So I'll click on software development. That is it. And I come over here. These are all the template or framework for software development they have here. They have Kanban, they have Scrum. And because we are going to work in agile environment, we are going to take Scrum. So this is Scrum, Agile Scrum. We click on Scrum, and this is it. And yes, this is Scrum. Use this template. I click on it and choose your project type. Here I need to choose, is it team managed or is it company managed? Is team managed? We'll select team managed here. We click on it. We create the project name. Now we'll give the project a name. And the project is going to be Go Taboo Dynamics 365, 365 CRM. That is it, what we are creating. Demo. So that is what we're creating here. That's the project name. And you scroll down. See here, you scroll down, you click next. There is populating the project, and you see it has created a project for me to start, created a platform, a work environment for me to work on. So that is it. This is Springboard. We call it Springboard. You can see here Springboard, but nothing is here. Nothing is going on here because we don't have any backlog. So you see, go to backlog. We're in a board. Look at it here. This is board. This is backlog. This is timeline. So, and we need to create backlogs before any other thing. If you click on backlog, you see here the backlog is empty. This is the backlogs, but nothing is here. So, and this is the sprint environment where we need to plan our sprint. Everything is empty. So you see backlog, you see backlog here, 0 backlog, nothing is here. So for us to create backlog, that is why we're here. So we're going to move all our items to, all our backlogs to Jira. So for we to start creating it, we have to come here. This timeline, before we used to call it roadmap. It's now called timeline. We come to timeline, roadmap. So it helps us when they call it timeline is when you created, from here you create the epic and they start breaking it down into sprints. And this is the calendar attached to it. That's why they are now calling it timeline, because it shows the timing on this. So what do we do? The first thing we need to do is to create the sprint, the epic. We create epics. From the epic, we break them down into features or product user stories, just like we have it in our, let me close all this. We don't need all this again. I can work with this window. All these windows are not on this one. I'll close this one as well. So this is our backlog here. This is what we need to work on. So for now, what we're working on is sales management and is contact and lead management. So the features we need to implement for now is lead management. There's a lot here, but this is the one we're interested in implementing for now. So when we finish implementing lead management, contact and lead management under sales management as Epic, we can come down and start implementing others. But for the purpose of this training or this boot camp, we will stop at contact and lead management. Companies can, once we want to start implementing all these other ones, it can take up to 2-3 years to even finish implementing all these. And that's why if you got employed by a company to implement this, you might last there for a long time trying to implement all these requirements for them. You know, some people can even, they want to implement all this, can even stay there for 5 years or even more, or even permanent. So, but for the purpose of this, we're only implementing a feature. So we start from here, lead management. Let's come back to our this and create a lead management. Lead management. And that's it. To click enter. So that's lead management. That's the one word. If we want to add another one, you come over here, there's another one, and that is contact management. Contact and lead, we'll see here, we'll capture it together. So this one is no longer valid because contact and lead is captured here. We want to break them down into two, you can say lead management and contact management. We should have known what the difference between contact and lead. Contact is already a customer and lead a potential customer. So that is it. You need to get a lead before they become your contact. So we can break them down, contact and lead management. So the lead should come first because we're looking for customers. We want to use the CRM to look and manage and get our lead, convince them to become our contact or customer. So we can come over here again if you want to say, please put yourself on mute. Contact management. So this for now we can call this Epic for this because there is no more this to break them down into Epic features. So we'll call it Epic and we'll start creating children. So this is just categories and subcategories. If you understand it that way, we've done this before. So we need to start adding the child under this. So means subcategories, and those subcategories are user stories. So we'll come here, you click, this is it. You add the user story here. You continue to add them till you finish. If you come over here, you see the user stories we have here. Yeah, this is it. I'm going to, all the way I highlighted this are the way I'm going to capture it. So when we're going to describe it in full, we can capture the full description here. But for now, we're going to just capture, I want to be able to create a new lead to make our work more tidy and straightforward. So capture this, I come back, and then I'll add it, Control V. And looking at this, this is when you see story, it means user story. This is a user story. Like I said earlier, backlogs product backlogs can be user stories, it can be issues, it can be bug. So it can be user stories, it can be bug, or it can be tax. There are different things. If I click on this drop down icon, you see, if I click on it, you see, you can capture a bug here. All of us know what is a bug. If you don't know what is a bug, ask your neighbor to tell you what is a bug. We have a tax here. All of us know what is a tax. If you don't know, ask somebody to tell you. But in product backlog, we have tax, we have bug, and we have user story. What we are creating is user stories. For now, we don't have any bug because it's when we, after creating and we're having an error or issue, problem, then it becomes a bug. But if everything is working according to plan, it's not a bug. So no bug. And we can have a tax at this point. So some of the things we are going to do here are not user, like trying to get the licensing for the Dynamics 365. Procuring license is not a user story, it's a task. So it can be captured as a task. But for now, let's capture the user stories, and then we can capture tags later. So now I've added this user story, and I'll click enter on my keyboard, and then it's entered. I'll then add another user story. So I'll come back here. I go to the second user story. As a sales manager, I want to assign lead to specific sales representative. I'll come over here, I'll pick it up. So that is what you are going to be doing as a business analyst. This is the work of a business analyst to move these items to Jira. Just the way I'm moving it. You as a business analyst, you are going to be doing this. It's the duty of the Scrum Master to set up this environment and manage it and make sure that everything is working very well, making sure that everybody that needs to be onboarded is onboarded. But create moving items like these user stories, managing it, you are the business analyst, will do that, but the Scrum Master will work with you, and the product owner owns everything that is happening here. He calls the shots within this environment. So that's why I call it product owner. He owns it. He is the only person that have the power to cancel this, to stop this project or this sprint when the sprint is going on. So now we added this again. We'll come back here again. We pick another one. As a sales rep, I want to track the status of the lead in the CRM system. So these are features they need. They do their lead management. Without all these features, they cannot do effective lead management in the CRM system. So that is what the developers are going to help us to configure or implement. So add it again, you add it. We come back here, we pick another user story. See, as a sales rep, I want to schedule a follow-up task for leads. So when you've got a lead in the CRM system, you should be from the CRM system, schedule a meeting with the lead contact you've gotten for a follow-up meeting to convince the lead to become your customer. That is it. We add it. Then the next one here is I want to generate reports and dashboards. I want to generate reports and dashboard to track performance. So you want a dashboard from where you do the analysis and see what is going on. Create your reports. From the CRM system, so we pick it up, we come back here, we post it, and then we'll come over here again and pick this one up. I want to be able to search for lead based on specific criteria. So if you want to search for it, because if you come to the CRM system, you might have up to 4,000 lead, even 5,000, even 1 million lead. Like big companies like Microsoft or Facebook, they might have up so many leads. So if you want to search for a specific lead, you might use a criteria or maybe their name or something to drive to that particular lead when you have a bunch of leads. So click here and you put it, you enter, you come back. We'll come back to another one, and this is as a sales manager, I want to import leads in bulk from external source. So if you have maybe used a form to generate a lead, and at the end of the day, you have this lead populated in Excel sheet, and you want to, instead of putting them one by one, you can do a bulk import into your CRM system, making your work so easy for you. So, and this is it. Without this feature, it can be possible. So we pick it up and we come back here and that's it. And that's it for now. So this one, we don't need it for now. So, and so this is our user stories that we've created. So that's it. That's the backlog we've created. This is our first product backlog we've entered. So as you see here, we have a bunch of product backlogs here. There's a lot of them here. So like I said, as we are progressing, you see there's a lot of them to work on. So, and yeah. Okay, now we've imported all this to get started. Like I said, this is enough to help us implement our CRM system and at least get the work started so that the sales reps and the sales managers will be able to get started. They can start using it with this first work that we need to perform. Once that is done, the CRM system can start becoming operational. And over time, we start working on other things. Now you can see marketing so that the marketing team can equally use the CRM system. So, creating lead generation, we come here and develop all the user story for marketing. Then we'll come here if we want to create integration between LinkedIn and the CRM system or Facebook, or so that from here the sales people can, from the CRM system, create lead generation in LinkedIn, and from them generate lead from the LinkedIn. And these are other areas to have sales and to have other management. So these are so many other features that can be developed under sales management. So, and that's as it will have customer service. This is a module. All these epics are called, you can call it, well, in business analysis, we call it epics. But if you go to Microsoft, they call all these things modules. So these are various modules. So you can decide which one you want, because all these things are money. So this sales management is a module. You can pay for this and use it. If you want another one, you can pay for this customer service, so that your company can use this CRM system for sales management. They can equally use it for customer service. See, with this, you can see that 2 departments can use this CRM system. And if you want, if you come over here, you can see service, field service, so that if your company are into field services, like you see all these, for instance, companies that are into services, like, let me use a telecommunication, where they have their engineers going from house to house servicing people's telephony, internet connection, and this. If you have a customer, the field service people are the people that come into your house to fix. Like, for instance, now, what we are using in my house is BT. We call it BT, is a British Telecoms, and that is the internet we are using. So when the sales, the marketing puts a lead, so a lead generation, and we saw the offer, and the offer is good, we clicked, and then we communicated, we like this. The sales, we pick it up from there, and we talk with the sales. They have a lot of packages, and they will convince us to buy, and we'll become customer. Once we buy that, then they will schedule for installation. The field service people will come and do the installation. So what I'm trying to say is that the field service people, you can use this to manage field service people. You see how different departments can use this CRM system, both marketing, sales, and the field service people. And this is marketing, this is field service, this is the customer. So these are all the people that 4 departments using one CRM system to do their work. So, but for now, we're just trying to make sure that the lead can use it for now. So the more modules you want, the more money you pay. That's how it works. So, and now we've added all our, this thing now, we've added all our user stories. So now we've added it. What next? This is it here. If you go to backlog, you see that our backlog is no longer 0. We have 7 product backlog items. That is what we call it now, product backlog items, or PBI. So that is the way we call it. So we have, and all of them is under lead management. You see it here, that is backlog. You see backlog, product backlog. So that's here. So if you want to add more, you can even click here and add more. So now, we need to refine all these backlogs. We call it product backlog refinement or product backlog grooming. So we come to every backlog here. We need to refine it because at this point, developers cannot work on it because it doesn't have enough information. You need to add enough information that will help the developers to work on this. And to do that, let's start from this and open it and groom it, make it that we handle it to such a way that everybody is comfortable, the developers and the business analysts and the product owners are in the same page. And I'll open it up here. I'll click on it and you see it's opened here for me to manage it. You see here, if I click on it and it's opened up. So here, and it's still to do. So see to do because nothing is done. So the first thing we need to do here is to describe this user story here. We need to describe it further. This is not enough. I want to be able to create a new lead. It's not enough. We need full description so that the developers will understand what you business analysts want to achieve. So that is where I have to bring all this together. I'll come over here and I'll see as a sales rep, I'll pick it up and I'll come back here and I'll add them here. Control V. So, and then I'll save. So now the developers that are going to work on it, they will open up the description and read it up to understand what I want to achieve. So they should be able to understand what I achieve with this description is enough. So, and it doesn't end there. We'll come down again. We need to add what we call story points. Story point is the amount of time or how complex is it going to be for us to do this. We've talked about story point estimate before. Giving the developers, it's not the business analyst that's going to do this. It's the developers that are going to do the work will give us estimates so that we know the amount of time or the capacity of the amount of work they are consuming at a given time. So come here, we see we didn't, even if we capture it here, like here we capture it, we see the story point here, we put 9, but it's not you that's supposed to put it, but you can only come here and update it to be on your record here when the developers have actually given you the story point. We come over here and let's see the developers say that is 9 points, at 9 points. So you have to agree on a range. It's either you say it's going to be a scale of 1 to 10, some even saying that is 1 to 100. And to agree on this, the team, because not only the developer, you as the business analyst who have been doing this over time, you might have experience over it. So when the developer is saying that it's too difficult, you yourself can say no, because I've done this before. So in a situation like that, we use what we call poker card. We can even start voting. Everybody will start voting. And at the end of the day, we might come up with, an kind of average score to say that this is the story point. So the point I'm making that is not you, a business analyst, it's going to be a group effort. And that's call it backlog grooming. You work as a team. Nobody monopolizes this. Everybody must make their input. So let's say the group agree on 9 points. Put 9 points here, and that's it. That's 9 points. And we close it. So with this now, we can see at this point, there is no need of assigning it to anybody. When the workers start, developers, they'll start assigning work to themselves. So the Scrum Master or the business analyst or the product owner, you do not assign work to developers in agile environment. They assign work to themselves. So don't go and start assigning work because it doesn't happen like that way here. You can assign work in agile, in a waterfall, like when we're in a field camp. Yes, you can assign because that is waterfall. But in agile environment, you don't assign work. So you can see we have groomed or refined this particular. They are no longer in the same category with others, as you can see. They already have a story point, they already have description. Developers will understand this more than others and will continue to groom all of them. So, and we'll come back to number 2. I want to assign lead to specific sales rep. And we'll come over here. I want to assign lead to specific sales rep. And the story point here, let's pick this first. Oh, this one we agreed on 9, not 10. So we come back here and go to description and put it, and we'll save it, and we'll scroll down to story points. Story points. Let's say we can add 9 again, and that's it. We close it. So it's not as quickly as I'm doing it, because you might have a strong argument in this, trying to assign this story point. And in my workplace, we had this argument. We are planning our sprint, refining our user stories like this. And if for a particular business analyst, in our workplace, some of us who are business analysts and developers, we do some work as a business analyst and you progress and equally do it as a developer. So for me, in so many work, I do it as a project manager, transit, do it as a business analyst, do it. But we still have to work as a team because we have a lot of business analysts and developers. So in this scenario, this lady we are working on, because she was the person that are going to work on that particular work item after grooming. She said that it's going to take her, our own is, our story point is between 1 to 100. And she said it's going to take her 21 story points to do the work. But based on the fact that I've done this work, this similar work before, I said no, that 21 story points is too much. That actually the actual estimate to do this work is 10 points. And she became upset. And it was a big issue in our company. She started crying and bullying her. And how can I come and say, am I the one doing the work? The point I'm trying to say here is that it's not going to be easy, because you see me, I'm just adding story points. You might work in a place where you come up with a lot of arguments, where you suggest and another person is suggesting. So in a situation like that, it's always good to do a vote, a secret vote, everybody, or open vote, everybody will vote, and then we'll take it up from there. So let's crack on. We have another here, and I want to track the status of lead. And I'll come back here. Lead tracking. This is lead tracking. And I'll pick it up and drop it here. And I will save, and we'll add the story point. The story point here is 7, 7, 7, and we close it. And progressing. Let's just be faster because of time. So in this, like this one, we capture the user story. So, want to follow up, so we can actually impute our own, let's say, story points here. Let's see, 8. You can give it 8 story points, and so we're just defining, describing the user stories. As you people can see, we've not even added the acceptance criteria. And I want to generate reports. I want to generate reports. Copy. Save. Scroll down to, and I'll just say, I'll give this 5 story points, and we'll close. And the next one here, I want to search lead by specific criteria. I want to search lead by specific criteria. So see, so that I can quickly find lead that matches certain characteristics or requirements. So we have to give it a full description so that developers will not have any reason to make any mistake. They could configure it wrongly because they didn't understand what we need to achieve. So it's a full requirement, full description. As a sales representative, I want to be able to search for leads based on specific criteria so that I can quickly find lead that matches certain criteria or requirements. So, and the story point can decide to give this one 7, and that close it for now, and we'll have the last one here, which is the bulk upload. Bulk upload. Bulk upload. And we'll copy and bring it down here. And we save our story points, and we can say give it 10. So looking at this, we can see our work is getting better as we are refining it. That's what I mean by refinement, giving it more meaning, adding more information to make it less ambiguous. So that's it. So, but looking at this, is our backlog fully refined? Is our backlog fully refined? I'm asking a question.
No.
Okay, what's there? What's required? What's happening? Why is it not fully refined?
Acceptance criteria, issue type. We've not added that.
Acceptance criteria and what?
Issue type.
Issue. Issue what?
Type.
Issue time.
Type. From the product backlog.
How do you say we've not asked the issue type? What do you mean by that?
Following based on what is on the product backlog.
Of course, the issue type is here. That is the first thing we'll capture. Is it not the issue type? Didn't you see when we are adding the issue type?
Okay, that's story points, yeah.
So how do you say the issue type is not? When we are starting, I say we have 3 different types of issues here. I said we have user stories. I said we'll have a bug. I said we'll have tags. So, Obinna John.
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
Yes.
For our group, we only created the user stories. So, and I think we didn't know that we had to refine it. So we are waiting on you for that information.
Waiting on me to come and refine it for you.
So for further information.
You say you only created
the user story.
User stories, how?
Yeah, we just input the user stories only.
In the requirement.
Yes.
So the user story, is it not looking, you didn't define it, you see the way this work is refined? As a user story, I want to do this so that I can achieve that. Is it?
Yes, that's the way we did it.
Okay.
But we didn't refine it to the other for the developers.
That is what we are doing.
Yes.
So you are not missing anything because this is where we are. So we are refining it. And that is what I'm doing so that you see the way it's done. So after this, you have to go and create this in your own Jira. We'll take it from there. So that is the number one. So while I'm doing this, I've done this before, but I want you people to go and create your own Jira account and start moving item to the Jira. So there's no way you could have refined it, because within the planning stage, we do not have any developer working with you at that point. It's only at this point that developers will come in to start working with you. So this is where we are. So we've not missed anything. And according to Ogechi, we've already captured the issue type is the first thing we've captured. What we've not captured is the user acceptance criteria. So once we add the acceptance criteria, so it should be fully refined. Do we have any other question? Any other question? Okay. Let's move then. I'll go back here and I'll come down to the description and open it up again and come down here. So I'll come back to this and okay, on this is the acceptance criteria. Come back here. So and call it here, just write acceptance criteria. And paste. So you see, this is the user stories and the acceptance criteria. So there's no way the developer should miss anything here. We have 3, 4 acceptance criteria. So and this is it. So I think we're doing justice to this now. So we've added this. This is this issue is a user story, and we've described this user story here in details, and we have added acceptance criteria. So if it doesn't match this acceptance criteria, we are not going to accept it. We are not going to take it from the developers. So, and we save. So developers, once these are done, we are doing this refinement with developers. They are not going to say they do not. So once this is done, then developers will take it up and start doing their work. So I think this one is only if the developers are asking questions, they do not understand any of these acceptance criteria, we can, refine it for them to, but for me, all the acceptance criteria are very clean, clearly written to make a good meaning. So that's it. Give me a second to plug my laptop. Okay, then we move to the second, and let's capture the acceptance criteria for this. Okay, we'll come back here, and this is the acceptance criteria for this. And we pick it up and okay. And that's it. We got the acceptance criteria here. We save. And we'll come down here again. So come back here. We'll pick another acceptance criteria for lead status tracking. And we'll copy it, go back to Jira, and okay, you can see we've added another acceptance criteria. So actually we're making progress. So then we go to the fourth one. I want to schedule a follow-up. And then generating reports. So yeah, we've done this and we've got enough work refined here. So we'll have work refined here, and we'll have 32 or 55 story point. That is the total workload. The total workload we have here is, what is it? To do, that is a 55 story point. And that's it. Yeah. So that's it. And we'll have two remaining here, and we'll leave it like this. It can be refined later, finish up, or don't have time. And we'll come over here, you can see we have enough work refined. It's only work that is fully refined that can be taken to sprint environment, meaning that these two work that has not been fully refined, we have two works that doesn't have acceptance criteria. So in a situation like this, if the developers are to start work, they need to start work within the items that are fully refined. So, and what you do here, the product owner and the business analyst do is that as the product owner keep capturing requirements from the stakeholders, it's a continuous process. You continue to add them to this Jira, you continue to refine. At times, you can have up to 2,000 user stories like this. So you continue to refine, it's a continuous refining. By the time we finish like developing the whole of user stories here, and I said everything here, once we finish developing all of them here, you see that they are going to be much. So it's a continuous process, continuous adding of products. Product backlog items. Here they call it if you continue to add, you continue to refine, the developers will continue to take work to their we continue to plan work for the developers, taking it to the sprint, they continue to work. It's a continuous process. Everybody will be busy. It's a cycle, continue to move till whenever the company say they don't want it again. But as long as companies are consigned, there's a lot, is a lot of work going on. So if after this user after this, you might find out that another thing the company might want to do, company might decide to capture additional requirements. They might say, okay, we want to integrate this system with another system. They might say, okay, we want to integrate this system with ITSM system. That is another big work coming for the team. So this is continuous. The moment they equally say, I want to integrate this system with their ERP system, is a lot of work coming up. They want to say, we want to integrate this system with their telephony system, another work. So it's a continuous process improvement, so that's it. And this is where we are going to stop for tonight. So the work is open for you. So I'm expecting to see the team inviting me in their own Jira account so that I can see what they are doing, but it's open. The next time we're going to come, we have to start moving items to sprints where we have to plan and start implementing. But this night is just to move items here. You have seen the way I've done my own. So I've opened it up for you people. Everything should go on and start moving work to their Jira system so that implementation can start. Do you have any question? Any question from anybody? Good. It means that everybody quite understand this very well, and I'm very happy about it. So thank you for joining. Like I said earlier, I've got another class starting in 10 minutes. So see you soon in your own Jira account.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
right?
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Good night.